Hey guys, so I got a new coding assignment and I thought it'd be fun to just record myself and see if this would be helpful for others and maybe helpful for me to really just go through it. So the goal is simple, right? All I have to do is code a classic HangMan game. It's very easy. The program will pick a random word and the player has to guess it one letter at a time. The player will be able to guess the full word, but the program will not be able to get all the letters in that word and put it in. But they can guess the full word if they are comfortable. Um, Basically, the mystery word starts as a bunch of asterisks. If you guess the correct letter, it pops up in the word. If you guess wrong, you lose a turn. And if you guess right, you keep your turn, right? And the game ends when you run out of attempts. So what I have to include in this program, well, I have to include a welcome message with the rules. I have to display the updates with each guess, a way to track and show guess letters, and a win or lose message at the end. And I will be adding some extra stuff to this program. I will make it so both uppercase and lowercase letters work. Um, the game plan, well, what I'm really gonna do here for the program is I'm just gonna try and write a method, a class to randomly pick a word or a number, and then I'll set up in the main method a loop for handling guesses, probably a while statement, and then I'll keep track of the guess letters and remaining tries. And after that, I think I'll focus on adding some extra additions like lowercase, uppercase. All right, so that's the plan. Yeah, let's get right into the code. Alright, so basically here what I'm doing is just setting up some of the basic stuff that I need to do, which is just start the game and set up the scanner method, which will allow the user to input text and answer try to answer the word, you know? I could make a class. Uh, Random. It will be my random word, right? Random word. Java. Alright, so here I am setting up the random word class. So what it's going to involve is first we're going to pick a number. 1 through 5. We're only going to have 5 words in our word bank. And it's going to pick a random number, and with that number, it will pick a random word. So how we do this, or how I do this, is basically I just make 5 strings, W1, W2, W3 through 5, W number through 5, whatever. And then I just pick if the random number generated equals to 1, then the secret word is W1, right? It's very simple. That's all you have to do. And yeah, so what you're seeing in the background is me doing all that. Enjoy. Oh, and also, you have to make sure that there's static variables. Static variables make this extremely easy. You don't have to create an object or nothing. It's just done, easy peasy. You can use it outside of your class. The static keyword is important. Beautiful. So let's now try this again. Avocado, and as we can see, that is the 5th word. Beautiful. So we have figured out how to get the word and randomize the number. All right. So here I'm just setting up some like debug statements. Nothing special. Yeah, let's move on. Now I have to convert everything with strawberries. So we're gonna need to make a hidden. All right. So here basically I have to make like a hidden string, which is just the word, but replace all the letters with asterisks. And this would be like the placeholder word for when you guess a letter, and then it replaces what you guessed with the asterisk with the letter if it's in the word, you know? That's basically all it is. Okay, there you go. Orange! Okay, so now we have it. So what the for loop does is it just goes through every single letter and it adds an asterisk for every letter. It's pretty easy. Alright, so basically I'm just tidying up things that I missed to do. So I'm just turning all the answers to capital letters. I forgot to do that. And then I'm declaring the int attempts, which will track the attempts that someone guesses, right? You can only have like 5 attempts max. And I also start writing the letters guessed, right? Because I have to show the letters that the player has guessed. So yeah. Okay, now we're gonna have to do. Wait, this should all be in a while loop. I just realized. So basically, I'm just adding the basic bare bones of the while statement and adding the attempts counter. The only problem is we'll run infinitely, but oh, let's stop there. Yeah, it will run infinitely. Uh, okay. Well, let's add a guessing option, right? Let's add a way for the player to guess. All right, so like I said, I am trying to add the guessing option for the player so I could break out the while loop. The thing is I spent a really long time here because I forgot to check if strings are equal to each other. You can't do equals equals. You have to do dot equals, right? So yeah, I spent like a good amount, like 5 minutes trying to figure that out. So yeah, that's what's going on in the background. Oh, I get it! Oh my goodness, bro. You can't use dot equals on a string. I mean, equals equals sign on a string. That was so silly. Oh my god. Alright, so what I begin to do here is write the for loop to show your guesses in the hidden word, right? So, for example, if you guess A and the word is avocado, it should show both A's, replace the asterisk, right, with A's at the corresponding letter. So the for loop will basically go through each letter. It will check if it equals to guess, right, which will be a letter. So if you're doing avocado and then it equals to A, which is your guess, it will replace the asterisk with A. Now I'm going to do this by setting up a string, which will be two strings, which will be string first, which will get the first part of hidden, right, before I, which is where the character guess is, what we want to replace, and then we'll get last, which is everything after I, which is the letter we want to replace, and then we'll put guess in the middle and replace hidden with first, guess, and last, which will completely change hidden. And we could just do that even if there's multiple words in multiple letters that are the same in the word. So as you can see, that's what I'm doing here. And yeah. Okay, let's try A. Awesome! Okay, so that works. Now I have to add the letters in to the words we have guessed. So that's pretty easy though, because we already have the dot contains, right? Alright, so it's actually really easy to do. All I'm doing is just adding every guess into a special pool, which would be letters guessed. And the reason we can do this is because we have the dot contains function. So if a guess is inside of letters words, so if that secret word does contain guess, then we can just add guess into letters guessed and just keep doing that. Okay, good. Alright, so all I'm doing here is just tidying up, finishing up the project really, just adding fixing the result conditions. So if you guess the word letter right, you get correct, and if you win, you win. And if you don't, you're sorry. I'm sorry, right? That's what you get. Great, you got the word. Okay, it's studies. Okay, we did it. So that's HangMan. That is HangMan. We have done it. Alright, so here I decide to do a little extra credit or extra thing for the project, and I make it so if a user inputs a lowercase letter, it still works, or a lowercase word. The way I do this is by making a new string, which will turn in the guess into uppercase, right? I just make a new string called any guess, and then guess will be converted to, will convert any guess into uppercase. And that will completely fix anything, because if you type in lowercase, it will make it uppercase. So if you put P, it'll work. So there you go. You can input lowercase and uppercase letters now. We could just go for it all, honestly. Alright, so basically I attempt to organize the guesses into alphabetical order. I try many methods. With arrays, you could very easily do it. Make it into a list and array all sorted, but I can't because I can't use arrays or data structures in this. So I try to use compare to and lexicographically do it, but it's really, really hard, and I just end up giving up at the end. At least on this part. Alright. I think it's time we finish up here. Let's clear out all of you know, things we're really not using, right? Our program, all of our testers, right? So alright, so basically here I'm just tidying up the code. Like I said, I'm just getting rid of all the debug statements and everything like that. I'm also making sure I fix the ending statements, you know, the win and the lose. I messed up a little bit on the attempts, but I fixed it at the very end here, and yeah, that's basically all I'm doing. So, my bad. Okay, so we have finished. This is the entire code of HangMan. Let's just do a little run, test run. All right, correct S. It gives me the word. Wait, I'm not supposed to print that there. Okay, so let's get that rid of that. S, there's no S. P, there's no P. A. Okay, so this is avocado, right? If I put avocado all caps, it will work. Now, this is strawberry, but let's do only lowercase, right? It will still work. This is papaya. Let's do uppercase and then lowercase. And it worked. Alright. Now, for the final test, let's say you don't figure it out in enough tries. You have lost. The word, it will tell you the word. And this will be correct. You have one guess left, and use your guess. You got one, and you have lost. Alright. This is the random word class. Pretty easy to make. Also cleans up the program a little bit. I didn't want to write it out here. Thank you guys for watching. I tried to write the guesses in alphabetical order, but I couldn't figure it out. You could probably do it with an array or some you know, way an array list. Obviously, that's the easiest way to do it, array list. But I can't use arrays, so I think array list is a way to do it. I mean, I might be wrong, but if anyone knows, anyone that's watching, that wants to try this on their own, improve on, you can still well, of course you put in alphabetical order, but you could print out a little hangman every time you guess. All right, well, thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.